Woohoo! Hello, hyperspace! My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because I've got some juicy news about the new Call of Duty. Call of Duty World War II, and it's about everybody's top favorite, supply drops. Oh, goody. So, there's something new in World War II. We know the supply drops are coming, that's no big surprise. It's Call of Duty, we can expect it, but there's a new kind of supply drop, and we're actually not too sure if this is going to be the only kind of supply drop, or if they're going to add this alongside these two, the common and the rare. So when Call of Duty first added supply drops in Advanced Warfare, which was also developed by Sledgehammer, it had regular, everyday supply drops that you just unlock by playing a game. People didn't like it, they say it was pay to win, but I mean, it was just your standard, hey, play the game, you win prizes from these loot boxes. Pretty straightforward. Come Black Ops 3, come Black Ops 3, they added more supply drops, and the way you earn them is a little different. So, they added common supply drops, which gives you common items, and then they give you rare supply drops, which gives you rare items, or better! That's the trick! Rare supply drops cost more money. And I mean in-game currency. There are actually two ways to buy supply drops. You can get it from in-game currency, which we'll just call coins, or you can get them using your real-world cash, credit cards. So, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, I keep forgetting, Black Ops 3 decided, hey, let's make it pay to win, and they added the cheapest, shittiest weapons in these supply drops, and the only way you can get it is either by grinding your ass off in the multiplayer, or by tossing down hundreds of dollars from your real-world credit card, and everybody hated it. Then comes Infinite Warfare, which I feel like they're doing a really good job with these supply drops, because if you don't get it from the drop, you can just buy it with coins instead. It still sucks because it's supply drops, but other than the buying it with coins, it's basically Black Ops 3. Pay to win, just not as bad. Modern Warfare Remastered is kind of like Infinite Warfare. If you don't get it from the box, you can buy it with the coins, but it's not that bad, but again, it's still kinda like pay to win. And now, you have Call of Duty World at War. I keep forgetting this stuff. Call of Duty World War II. There we are. They're going to have something that's called social supply drops. Now, these are how they are going to work. Social supply drops are going to work just like every other supply drop. The trick to it is if you have people watching you open the box, I mean real players, real human beings, watching you open your box, you're going to have a better chance of getting rare items. There's a catch to that. That means these supply drops are basically going to become commercial. They expect us Call of Duty players to advertise their supply drops to other Call of Duty players, to have the other Call of Duty players open their supply drops, basically creating a honeycomb or chain effect of commercial buyers. So they're basically using us for advertisement. So, this is what's going to happen with these new supply drops, the social supply drops. You're going to have guys who just spam fuck your account like crazy. Hey, Davontos! Join my party and watch me open these supply drops so I can get something rare. And they're going to continue spamming you with these things, meaning that whatever platform you're playing on, you're probably going to have to wind up disabling notifications by the time the new Call of Duty comes out if you don't want to get spammed. And there's also a big catch to it that helps out the company, turning into a huge commercial. We all know the big Call of Duty gamers, T-Mart, Allier, and Chaos X Silencer, and so on. So, let's use T-Mart for example, because T-Mart can be fun with its history. We have T-Mart. Now, T-Mart does one of these social supply drop openings. Good for him. The problem is, T-Mart has millions of subscribers. And T-Mart being the sellout that he is, you can have T-Mart say, what's going on, guys? It's T-Mart here, and I'm going to open up, let's say, 30 social supply drops. And he opens these 30 social supply drops, and he gets nothing but amazing items in these social supply drops. And he says, you can do it too! And then you say to yourself, oh shit, I can do it too! I'm going to open some 30 supply drops now. And you open it, and you don't get shit. Because T-Mart is a big YouTuber, and he has thousands or millions of people watching him open these supply drops, and well, let's face it, you and I were not. and when we open it, we're probably just gonna have like maybe 5 people or less watching. So that comes into play. The company's gonna start using mind games and say, oh, if you have maybe 1 or 2 people watch you open these boxes, we're gonna give you something amazing. And it's a limited time offer. That's going to push you to invite other players, watch you open their supply drops, and again, it goes back to the honeycomb chain effect. So, if these social supply drops are going to be in World War II, we can kind of expect World War II to be based around supply drops, just like Black Ops 3. But there's another catch to it that's not also related to supply drops. Whoever was the guy who created World War II, I don't know, Michael Conjuring, whatever his name was, he was asked a question about creating or customizing your soldiers. And then he said, for the time being, expect everything to be based off of World War II and all that fun stuff. And then he said, but expect things to get wacky. Now, if you use Call of Duty terms and you say something is going to get wacky, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of wackiness in Call of Duty? For me, it's the twerking in Black Ops 3 and the gingerbread man in Advanced Warfare. So let's remember those gingerbread men. World War II is being developed by the same company that made Advanced Warfare. And in Advanced Warfare, you had gingerbread men flying, shooting at clowns, killing samurais, and doing air bomb strikes using Santa Claus chariots, and just everything that makes Call of Duty not military-based and just a wacky, goofy first-person shooter. It kind of makes Plants vs. Zombies seem realistic. So, it's the same guys who's making Call of Duty World War II. Which means, you know how Call of Duty likes to add a lot of stuff in their game as the months go by, you can kinda see a lot of these wacky suits coming about in the near future because the creator said himself, expect things to get wacky. Which kinda confirms that. So you have these really fishy commercial-like supply drops and basically almost kinda confirmed wacky costumes for your characters. And one thing I actually did research, and if you do a side-by-side playthrough of World War II and Advanced Warfare, it's literally the exact same thing. The only difference is obviously the theme in World War II and the other one's set in the future, but other than that, the guy runs the exact same way, he throws the grenade the exact same way, most of the guns literally sound exactly the same, like they didn't tweak the sound effects for the guns for nothing. It's literally Advanced Warfare without the movement system. So if you didn't like Advanced Warfare, I would kinda say keep away from World War II because it's kinda gonna be a disappointment. But if you liked Advanced Warfare, hey, that's on you. Go ahead and buy World War II if you're really interested. But keep in mind, it's from the company that created, well, not created, but introduced us to supply drops, and they're the ones who kinda ruined the other Call of Duties with this pay-to-win aspect. So they're going up for round 2, and with their commercial supply drops, it's not looking too bright if you ask me, but we gotta wait and see what happens. So if you like this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at DavontosMan, and as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.